What is going on? Movie meals. Movie meals. No Kyle. He did not go see this movie. Before we get into anything, thank you to movie meal patrons, Kimberly and Karen. If you want to be a member of the patronage, whatever you call it, go down below, follow the link. We would love for you to join us. There's lots of different tiers, different stuff coming. If you want to get some movie meals merch, our summer merch, which is half hidden behind this TV here, everything is on sale, but that summer merch can be discontinued. You can use promo code movie, get 20% off. So please go do that. We got some Christmas stuff coming around the corner. But I wanted to talk about My Hero Academia, World Heroes, I think is what it was called, World Battles or something. Honest to goodness, I've been waiting to see this movie for a while, and I had no idea what it was called until the logo came up. I mean, obviously it's My Hero, but let's see here. My Hero Academia. Well, give me the full title. So World Heroes Mission. I'm a big fan of My Hero Academia. I think My Hero Academia does a lot of really fun things. It gets crapped on a lot, especially by a little bit of the older anime community. Well, by older, I mean like my age. I think My Hero does a lot of really cool stuff. I think they have a lot of really cool arcs, and it's a cool twist on superheroes with the idea of quirks. This is gonna be all spoilers, by the way. I assume you've seen the movie, but I think the show does a lot of things right, and it gets kind of crapped on by people who I think just don't like that it does have a little bit of, too much maybe at times of this sense of, being a hero and what it means to be a hero. I think it's very good. I think it harkens back to what really makes Naruto and One Piece special at the beginning of their runs. Naruto especially, I think it relates to a lot. I think they have interesting different takes on heroes and rivals, which we haven't really seen before. So I'm a big fan. I've loved both movies they've put out. I like that they kind of do these movies that kind of are canon and kind of not. I started reading My Hero a while back, but I didn't. I stopped. I think it watches a lot better than it reads, where I think One Piece is the opposite, where I think One Piece is a lot better to read than to watch. But anyway, to the movie. I thought this movie was a lot of fun. I think all three movies so far have been a lot of fun. We know what they are. They're paint by numbers. I'm going to beat the hero at the end of the day with a big old smash. Probably hurt my body a little bit if I'm Izuku Midoriya. And I liked that this one ventured off into the world. It does, it's in the title, World Heroes, and it does venture off a little bit into other countries. It didn't go where I thought it was at the very start of the movie, where I was hoping maybe we would see all these different heroes from all these different parts of the world. They have a little tiny bit of it, and they have a little bit of talk of like, oh, that's Japan's number one hero, Endeavor, or All Might. He's pretty famous in your country. We know of him here, but I wish we would have gotten a little bit more. It'd be cool eventually, and maybe they're doing this in the manga and I'll see it eventually, but I think at some point it would be really cool to see other parts of the world and to see heroes, who are the number one heroes in other countries and why, how do they stack up? Is there a version? I mean, All Might went to America. We know that from one of the other movies and some of the other shows or, seasons in the show, but like, do they have a hero that could have really gone on to par, fight All Might and really, really take him to his limits? I've always been curious about that. I wish they would have gone a little bit further with it. But for this movie, I really liked the animation they went with. I thought it had some of the old school 90s, like Digimon style and Cowboy Bebop a little bit. I kind of like that kind of style that they tend to do. Some of the fights, the action were really cool. This movie follows more of Todoroki, Deku, and Bakugo. And I liked that because as much as I do like when we're the whole class or it's just Midoriya or Midoriya and All Might, it is nice to not only get Midoriya and Bakugo, but to also get Todoroki in there because he does get kind of crapped on a little bit too. And I think as much as he is inspired by a lot of Zuko, I think Todoroki gets to do some cool things, and I think he's an interesting character and has some interesting dynamics, even if they don't necessarily hit the nail on the head every time in the show with what they're doing. But the movie is just a lot of fun. Really, that is what these anime movies tend to be. Like, I think of all the Dragon Ball Z and the One Piece and Naruto movies that I watched, especially growing up, and like how just much fun they were to do this little side story. And this one was right there with the other two. I don't know if I liked it as much as Rising Heroes, I believe was the second one. But so far, all three have been good. I do think this one did some cool stuff with some big fights where kind of all three of our heroes get a really big moment. I said spoilers. Now I'm acting like I'm not going to say spoilers. I will say this for a big spoiler. So if you haven't seen it, definitely turn off now. The very end, when he gives his big smash, he gives a United States of Smash, but he says a United States of Smash World, or United States of World Smash. And that stinks. I think I truly believe that is too much. I think United States of Smash for All Might's biggest hit is a good title. I think if he would have said a United World Smash, I think that would have hit so much better. I get Deku's trying to pay homage to All Might with everything he does. I get that's his character, but it's getting to the point, and this movie kind of made me realize it, that it's like, okay, I'm ready for him to really go off on his own. And I've seen a couple little spoilers I didn't mean to of the manga that I think we are getting there. Please don't leave spoilers for the manga down below in the comments, but if you have read it and you know that's coming, just be like, oh yeah, it's coming. But I'm ready to see Deku kind of move on and really grow into his own full-fledged hero. I liked the use of his, again, spoilers, his new power that he gets in season 5. I actually just finished season 5 a little bit ago in the dub, just like a week ago, because I got a little behind with it with Squid Game and all the stuff coming out. But I ended up really enjoying the way Black Whip is used, because it doesn't feel like it's an OP power. It's not something he's using all that often. But it just kind of helps him fly around like Spider-Man. And I had that thought in the movie that, I wonder if all these 6 powers are going to harken back to some of the comic heroes of old. We got Superman with the super strength. We've got Spider-Man with being able to, throw something that'll stick to a wall and I can use it to propel myself. So I wonder if we're going to get some more things like that, which I think would be really interesting. I really liked all the big fights in this movie. Todoroki's was ended up being very cool. I thought I was a little bit nervous because Bakugo's is so good. And then I was, although I do wish Bakugo would have just grabbed their faces and done his final move. I think that would have been incredible. It's such a Bakugo thing to do, but it was pretty cool. And then Todoroki ended up getting a cool one. And then, they're doing this thing when Deku goes so powerful that they did in the show, where his hair goes up like he's a Super Saiyan because of all the energy and air surrounding him. And it looks really cool. It's a cool design. I wonder if that's something that they're going to stick with. And this fight ended up being just as good as all the other epic fights that they do, where they put so much animation into it. And I like the way they handle these fights. So the first time we ever really see it, I think, in the show was honestly during the sports festival, a little bit during the USJ attack, but I really think we really get an idea of the cool things they're doing with animation when Todoroki and Midoriya fight, and they stick with that animation style for all these big fights. And I really liked it in this. I thought the movie was just a lot of fun. The show is just fun. The movie's fun. It's extremely cheesy when every friend is trying to be a hero and saying all these things. It does get cheesy, but it ends up putting a smile on your face, doing exactly what the creator and All Might and Deku want to do, is to put a smile on your face, and it ends up doing that. The movie's a lot of fun. So if it's something you're interested in, I think you should definitely go see it, and go see it in the theater. It's always cool seeing these type of anime movies based off a show in the theater. It really reminds you of how good Japan's animation really is. I think sometimes, especially here in the West, that we take for granted a little bit when we're watching these episodes on our phone and our computers, but to see it on the big screen, made for the big screen, it's really cool. And some of those action scenes stick out way more, and it's a lot of fun. So please go check it out. I highly recommend seeing it. Especially if you're an anime fan, it's a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, that's it for the My Hero World's Heroes review. Spoiler review. If you saw it, I want you to comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the movie. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Go be a member of the Patreon. It's all down below. Get some merch. Use that promo code movie. Follow us on TikTok, Letterbox, all that good stuff. And as always, thank you for watching, Mom, and we'll see you next time, guys.